Okay, folks, an important topic today. We're going to actually talk about tackling and reducing down that debt, building up your RSP retirement plan, and improving your credit score. All right, so for debt, we've got two main strategies we're going to review. The first one is going to be the high interest rate first method. So what you're going to want to do is list your debts in order from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate, and you're going to tackle those in that order. You're going to pay off as fast as possible that high interest rate debt, for example, credit card debt, and stuff like, for example, car loan or financing debt, which you might have gotten a great deal on at, let's say 0.99% interest rate. You're just going to pay that off slowly, make the payments that you need to make, but you're not going to put any extra money on that. The second strategy is to actually list those debts in order of lowest amount to highest amount. Now, there's a bit of psychology behind this. The idea here is that if, for example, you pay that $1,200 student loan first, it'll be like one thing on your checklist, and it'll motivate you because you've taken care of one of your debts. And then you could focus on the second highest, pay that off, and then what you got left over is your largest debt, and you could chip away at that. Comment below on which method or strategy that you like better or that makes more sense to you. Now let's move on to RRSP. Let's face it, you're going to need money to retire, and with healthcare improving, people are living longer and longer. So therefore you need even more money in your retirement years. So one vehicle is to use on RRSP and invest, whether it be monthly or yearly, tuck some money aside in there. The nice thing about that, first of all, is that it's tax deductible. So what that means is that each year it's going to reduce your taxable income, and that's going to essentially give you either a tax refund or lower the amount of tax that you would have owed. So that's a nice little bonus. The other nice thing is that it's growing inside this RSP tax deferred, meaning that you don't have to pay tax each year that you're making money on this, whether you have it invested in some dividend stocks or mutual funds. Even if you, for example, buy a dividend stock and then sell it, you won't have to pay income tax while it's in this RSP. The idea basically is that when you retire at age 65 or 60, hopefully, and you're not working, and you start withdrawing from your RSP, you're in a lower tax bracket, and therefore you're going to be taxed less. But in the meantime, for as many years as you can, it's going to be growing tax deferred, which is very powerful. Now let's move on to improving your credit score. Well, what's the first step? First step is not turning a blind eye to it. It's getting a copy of your credit report. Now there's places like TransUnion or Equifax, and I believe you can even get a free one once a year. You want to look at your credit report and make sure there are no errors. For example, if you see, a MasterCard that you owned from years and years ago that still shows a balance on that, but you know that you paid that off and you don't even have that anymore, that can be affecting your credit score. So you want to get that corrected. The other thing is that you're going to want to tackle some of that revolving credit first to improve your credit score. Pay off that Visa or MasterCard in order to reduce that revolving credit amount. Another good rule of thumb that will improve your credit score is making sure that you're not maxed out on the available credit that you do have. So anything 35% below is a good thing and will help your credit score. So if you have a $5,000 credit card limit, for example, then the most you want to have withdrawn of that on any given time is $1,750, 35% or lower. I hope that you learned something from this video, that you gained a couple of little tricks and tips to help your financial situation. If you did, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and also that notification bell so you don't miss any other important videos.